Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm your guide for today's Vinyasa flow sequence specifically for emotional release. If you have two blocks at home, I recommend grabbing those for some extra lengthening and support. Otherwise, no props are needed, and I'll see you on the mat to get started. If you have props and you'd like to use them today, go ahead, place them closer towards the top of your mat, and then we'll begin on the back sides of our bodies. So come to lay down on your back. And once you get there, hug your knees in towards your body. Maybe take a gentle rock from side to side, or draw some circles with your knees as you allow your lower back to experience the support of the mat beneath you. It deserves some love. It holds you up and does a lot for you all day, every day. And come to stillness. Extend your feet up towards the sky, fingertips follow. Let your ankles, knees, and wrists be soft. Your knees so bent that there's little to no core activation. Maybe you close down your eyes, or perhaps you take a soft gaze. And notice how it feels to let your limbs just hang. Gently begin to shake your limbs. You can choose how much force or little force or shake you'd like. Literally shaking out what we no longer want to hold on to. Creating movement in our bodies and energy to help release what's stuck. Keep shaking. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth, side out, stop shaking. Let yourself sit in stillness. Perhaps you feel the energy in your body moving around, floating. It could be a tingly sensation. Slowly draw your knees back towards your chest. Hands journey to shins or back of thighs. And intend your forehead towards your knees, curling into a ball. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Release soles of feet towards the ground, arms by your sides. Take a moment to notice the sensation of stillness and support. Begin to wiggle your feet so that they come together and your knees fall apart to either side, Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Your arms may be down by your sides, or palms can face up, arms away from you, whatever you'd like. Inhale, begin to draw your legs together without the help of your hands. Thinking very, very slowly, like something sticky is on the ground and you're peeling your legs away. Your feet may scooch out slightly as soles of feet come towards the mat and legs come to touch. Exhale, slowly allow your legs to reopen, like there's resistance pushing on the outside of your thighs. Moving at your own pace, inhales to slowly draw inner thighs together. Exhales to slowly allow legs to move apart. It may feel a bit uncomfortable to move this slowly, as we don't often do it, but moving at this pace can help us to notice, help us teach our bodies, our nervous system that it's okay to slow down, it's safe to. Wherever you're at, finish one more round, ending with your legs open in Supta Baddha Konasana. Once you land there, you may wiggle your feet closer together. Arms can stay open, or perhaps they come onto your body. Bring your inner thighs to touch. Hands come to interlace behind your head. This is Kiki, my cat, who's decided to join us. You may scooch your hips slightly over towards the left, and then come to lay on your right hand side, intending your elbows to touch. If they don't touch, that's perfectly okay. Your knees can journey as close or as far away from your chest as you'd like, almost like we're in fetal position. On an inhale, begin to open left elbow up, pointing it towards the sky. Land in the exhale. Inhale, think of reaching left elbow towards the back of your mat. Extend into rib cage. Exhale, come to close elbows. Inhale, open left elbow to sky. Settle in for the exhale. Inhale, think reaching and expanding left hand side, creating space in rib cage. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to settle. Inhale to expand. This exhale, allow your left shoulder to fall back in space, landing on the mat. Arms can stay as they are, elbows reaching, or perhaps you release your arms so that they come wide. Reclined twist. Gaze may fall over towards the left-hand side if that feels okay for your neck. And final option is to place right hand on the outside of left thigh, gently using the weight of your arm to help you create more intensity in the twist. Inhale your gaze back to center, release your arms, unfurl your spine so you come back flat on your back. Option to shift your hips slightly over towards the right. Hands come to interlace behind your head, and then knees fall over towards the left. Elbows come to closer together. Find a comfortable spot for your knees. And on an inhale, open right elbow up towards the sky. Exhale to settle. Inhale to reach right elbow towards back of the mat. Exhale to close down. Inhale to open. Exhale to settle. Inhale, reach. Create space between each vertebra, each rib. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to settle. Inhale to expand right hand side. This exhale, let right shoulder, land on the mat. Option to reach through your elbows or reach your arms, expanding your wingspan. Gaze may fall over to right fingertips. Final option for left hand to come to outside of right thigh, gentle pressure. Really think of elongating the space between right shoulder and right hip. The next exhale, begin to release. Option to roll to either side and push yourself up from fetal position, or to come to the back side of your body. Again, hands behind your thighs. Rock and roll forward and back along your spine until you come to cross your legs. We'll all meet in tabletop position. Shoulders come to stack over wrists, hips over knees. Really push into the tops of your feet, as well as spreading your fingers wide to create this strong, stable foundation. Inhale, open front side of body as your chest and gaze looks forward, belly melts to ground. Exhale, create space in back side of body as crown of head points towards the mat, as well as tailbone. Inhale, open front side in cow pose. Exhale, open back side in cat pose. Take 2 more rounds on your own, getting really fluid, noticing what your body's craving today, or just trying and seeing what feels good. Inhale, we'll land in a neutral flat back position. Flex into right foot and shine right sole up towards the sky. Right leg stays in a 90-degree angle. Notice if you're spilling out through your rib cage, can you gently pull your rib cage together? Then begin to guide right knee out towards the side, forward, down, and back, creating a circle. We'll do 3 total. Really doing your best to isolate the hip, moving just from this socket, not so much the rest of your body. Creaks and cracks are totally okay. There's nothing wrong with them. Once you've completed 3 in that direction, go ahead, move in the other direction. At your own pace, taking whatever time you need. All of our bodies are different. They feel different from day to day and from time of day as well. Once you've completed 3 rounds on each side, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You may want to pad your back knee here. You can fold over the mat and do that. And you can wiggle your right foot and your hands forward or your left knee back so that you land in a pretty lengthy lunge here in lizard. Option to place blocks or whatever prop you have under your hands to help give you a little bit more elevation and space for your spine to lengthen. Let your left hip flexor melt towards the ground. Your shoulders to settle away from your ears. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Right toes may peel off of the mat or point out so they don't have to be straight. And right thigh can be as close or far from your arm as you'd like. Settle into a space that allows your hip to feel generous, nourished. Then we'll begin to move, bending as much into your elbows as you'd like, really focusing on your spine. This could be swaying from side to side, or spine, chest coming up high and then low. Could be circles. Play around, tune in. Asking yourself, what feels good? What does my body crave in this moment? Then inviting in movement of right arm. It can reach forward and back, up and down. Creating circles with the shoulder. We're here to play, to find what our bodies are loving in this moment. On your next inhale, cactus your right arm and reach right fingertips back in space. Gaze can follow fingertips if you'd like. An option to lift left foot, grab hold of the foot with your right hand and gently hug left foot towards your glute. Your foot and shin can stay on the ground too, that's perfectly okay. Still getting beautiful benefits in either variation. A deep inhale here. Exhale, release with control. Right hand comes back towards the mat. Props off to the side if you're using them. Shoulders or hands come underneath shoulders. Step your right knee back so that you come into a plank pose on your knees. Shoulders shift past wrists and hug elbows in tight as you slowly lower yourself all the way towards the ground. Push the tops of your feet into the mat, so much so that you activate your legs. Hands can come by your ribs. As you inhale, crown of head forward. Exhale, lift your chest, shoulders off the mat. Exhale to release back down to the ground. Inhale, lift upper body. Activate lower body, baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift once more. Exhale, release chest and legs. Push into your hands, you come up through tabletop. Find the stacking of the joints once more in a neutral spine. Flex into left foot, shine sole towards the sky. Once you've found that hugging in of your core, begin to draw left knee out to the side, forward. Down and back, creating circles on this side now. Remembering to isolate the hip here. We're set to hold a lot of tension here, and though we'll hold energy and tension everywhere in our body, hips are generally a favorite for most people. And switch directions once you've done 3. And our hips do a lot for us too, so giving them some love here today. And once you've completed 3 in the reverse direction, this time step left foot to outside of left hand. Find lizard on this side, taking any of the adjustments, patting of the mat, blocks under the hands that you need. Get your wiggles out so that you can settle into lizard here for a few breaths in stillness. Right hip flexor draws towards the ground. stay here in stillness as long as you'd like, or begin to create movement in your spine. Lower body pretty much stays where it is, allowing your spine to flow fluidly, not worrying about doing the pose correctly or looking pretty, just taking what movement you need. Option to bring left arm into play as well. And on an inhale, begin to draw left arm back in space, cactus arm, then reach left fingertips back. Gaze may follow or look towards the side wall. Option to stay here in this variation or to lift right foot off the mat. Grab hold of ankle or foot and gently guide the heel towards right glute. Spiral chest towards the left, opening towards the sky. Deep inhale. Exhale with control, release. Left hand back towards the mat. Props may move off towards the side. Hands under shoulders. Step left knee back so you land in the same plank pose on your knees. Inhale, lengthen crown of head forward. Exhale, elbows in tight, slowly lower towards the mat. Find the engagement in your lower legs. Hands come beside your ribs. Create length on an inhale through spine. Exhale, option for baby cobra or to push yourself up to whatever level of cobra feels nourishing today. A deep inhale here. Think of expanding front side of your body, chest. Exhale, keep that length as you slowly lower yourself back towards the mat. Push into your palms, moving through tabletop. Big toes come to touch, knees about mat width distance as you melt your sit bones back towards your heels and fingertips walk long towards the top of the mat. Chest and forehead journey towards the ground. You may stay in this version of child pose, or you could bring your palms to touch, think prayer hands. And then guide your hands to the back of your neck. From here, you may walk your elbows out gently, continuing to melt sit bones towards your heels. Breathe and expand into both sides of your torso. Hips are heavy. Release your hands back to the mat if they're not already. Begin to walk your hands back towards your knees. Legs come together. Option to sit back on a block between your legs if you'd like. Your hands may stay on your thighs or one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Option to close your eyes down or have a soft gaze towards the top of your mat. If your hands are on your torso, tune in to how your hands lift beneath your breath as your torso expands with each inhale and deflates with each exhale. Let's all take a deep collective inhale through our noses. Hold at the top. Open mouth, sigh it out. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center and bow your head so your third eye meets your fingertips. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Bring your head back up. May you feel kind words. May you speak kind words. May you think kind words. Together, we bow forward and say thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. It was an honor to guide you and practice with you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.